Okay, so this is an overview of how to add courses. This is basic adding courses. So I have two versions of how you can add courses. You can add courses using curriculum that is very detailed, and you can be very, very detailed. Otherwise, this is just a quick way to get courses in, and that's what we're doing for this video. All right, let's get to it. So this is the Planner Hub, and we're going to go to courses right here. Actually, let's go to the student profile. I'm going to show you if you're in the student profile, and we're going to go with the student one. And I'm not going to do a daily plan. So this is very basic without any daily routine. So right here, I'm not going to use any of that because that is something that if you were going to be more detailed, you can. But for now, I'm just going to keep this separate with no daily routine into this. But we are going to add courses. So we're going to click here to add courses for the student. So we're at student one, and we're going to pick the school year, choose courses for this school year. All right, so here we are in the course section of our thing, and we have we have different ways of adding courses. And if you want to use school breaks, you can put school breaks in here at this time too. But for now, we're just keeping this super simple. If you're the type of person that doesn't care about all the fluff and the really customized way, we're just going to do it like this. So we're going to add 4 core classes, which is the math, English, history, and science. And we're not going to add any other courses right now at this time. So when I click that button up there, it immediately put them down here in this place. And I want to show you what that looks like in the gallery view. These are the basic covers of what it looks like. Language, math, science, except if I want to do that, just read. Let's see, reposition this. Okay, so, but we are now here, start with this view. So right now I don't have any student, and this is for student one. So I want to go over here, student school year, hover until this box appears. Click that box. When you click that box, you'll notice this thing pops up here. So I want to come over here and I'm looking for this. It says student school year, which is this section right here. I'm going to click that, and it's important that you pick student one because that's the person that you were with, and it's 26-27. That's the one that you want to put. So that takes care of all that. And you want to enroll student one. So you come up here again, and this, it will either say enrolled or this icon, and you want to, who's that person? And she's Scout. You don't want to pick Jonathan, he's student number 2, unless he's also part of this course, which is a different thing, because we do have a way to do group courses. This is just for individual courses, so make sure that that's very clear. Now, if these are courses that you're taking, say you're on a semester type school schedule, which I do, it's a traditional school year, I break them down into semesters. That way it makes it easier for my grade reports and stuff like that. But you don't want to do anything until we get all these customized to the way we want it. Okay, so let's open up this first course here, the English, and we're going to open it up. And she's not a 7th grader, so we're not adding this course to a transcript, and I don't need to do anything like here. And it's not a group course. We don't have to worry about that. I don't have to do anything here. If I don't want to, I don't have to do anything here because it's just something that I don't want to change if you didn't want to change. But we do want to title it. So let's just say English 7. That is the name of her curriculum, or the whatever book that she's going to be using. This is where you would put it. And then the school year is fine. The subject is English, yes. The course date. Now this is important. If you click on it, I would just pick on when you're going to start. So if you're starting in September, let's do, let's just say it's going to be April 27. Well, let's go May 4. Let's just say it's going to be starting May 4th, this whole course. All right, so that's good. So we're starting May 4. The schedule type, are you doing this on Monday, Friday? These are very important that you make sure. So I'm going to do this Monday through Friday. Now this part here is if you did have it to a schedule, like a routine. Remember I told you if you could create routines, you can do it. But we did not create any routine. We didn't say that when they're going to do it, like in the morning, in the any time. So usually this will have a time frame if you wanted to do that, but this will be a separate video to show you that. This is just very basic. We can ignore school breaks because this is not a school break. We can keep going down. We did not connect it to any curriculum because we are, again, keeping it very simple. So these are for more detailed, if you wanted detailed, and that will be the next video. So we are going to keep scrolling down. Okay, so we can ignore all the rest of this. The semesters or quarters, so we're actually going to go here and hit semesters and choose semester. We could just say right now, we're going to leave it blank because I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So right now we're going to keep it, but we are choosing semesters. And let's see, and we can ignore all these because these are just extra. Okay, so we set this all up. Add course to transcript, we don't have to worry about that. Okay, so right now I have this all set up. It has English 7 and it's first semester, right? So what if I wanted to make this for a 2-semester course, I want to make sure that I duplicate it before I do anything further. So I'm going to jump back to the courses right here. And I have not chosen a semester yet, okay? But what I am going to do is I'm going to click this bar right here and hit duplicate. And it's going to be duplicating here. We're going to wait for a second. And this is just to help you so that way you don't have to worry about it. The reason you're duplicating it now early before you do any planning is that it keeps everything clean. There's no other lessons attached. Okay, so this is English 7-1. So first let's go back to the first one, the original one, and we're just going to put first semester. And then this one, I'm going to rename it second. Oh, wait. Second semester. Okay, so now we can choose semesters. So for this one, it's going to be first. This one, it's going to be second. Okay, and why does that matter? Because then the course date starts changing. But for now, so let's see. If I wanted to go in here, the course date for the second semester, I'm going to say, let's just say it starts in September. Let's just say it starts September 7th. Okay, we'll just say that. Okay, let's go back to October course. So now we have a different start date. So the semesters will change. And you could do it here if you want to see it now. If you click this view, it should show it in semesters. So yeah, so now we have first semester and second semester right here for the student. Okay, but we're back to this view. And so that just shows you, so whenever you're creating a course that's going to be split into 2 semesters, I'd set it up previously and then just duplicate it quickly before doing any other thing. Okay, but now let's go back to our original course. This is English 7, first semester. We have our start date, Monday through Friday, and now what we're doing is we're setting up for lessons to be included. This is, if you click on it, it will give you a brief instruction on how to add lesson rows. They're called adding lesson rows. So we're not actually adding lessons, we're just adding the number of lessons we want to. So you can see right here, this is actually to go to assignments. We're not going to do that. If we are adding school breaks, we don't need to do that. But if we're in May, we want to see if there's any school breaks in May. But this is in 2027. And if I was actually starting in May 2026, there would be a school break right now. But I haven't set it up here in my planned events. But that's why I look here to make sure that when I plan my lessons, I don't include a date that has been set aside as a day off. But that aside, let's go on. All right, so in May, there's, I don't know how many school days, but we are going to add some lesson rows. And so I'm going to add 10 lessons. And let's see, this brings me to May 15th. So I think if I can add another 10. Let's see, oh, I didn't click it yet. Okay, so yeah, took me all the way to May 29, which is perfect. These are all Monday through Friday dates. You will notice it goes 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then it skips and it goes to May 11, 12, 13. So in fact, if I go here, I want to show you the calendar. I just clicked the set date. That's where I found the calendar. It will show all the days. So here's May 11. 12, 13, 14, 15, and then it goes up to 18. Okay, so it skips all that. If you were to try to click in here, it just shows you nonsense. Like it doesn't do anything. So you don't want to click in the final due date. You want to click here if you want to see a calendar to the set under the set date column. Okay, so right now all we did, I'm going to you can shorten these so you can kind of see more. And I'm going to wrap that content. So this is English. And we can add actual lessons here if we want. If you want to do that now, you can. So I'm going to pause here. Okay, so I had paused it. I apologize. I had to take a phone call. But so you can add lessons right now if you want. And this is all for the English course. Or you can wait and do all your courses and all your assignments in one complete area. So I have another video on how to add assignments. And so I'm going to pause that right now, and I'm going to show you 2 ways how to do the assignments. But I wanted to break it up so you get to see how to add a course, how to add lesson rows. And this is just the very basic of just using what's already in place for you as far as a cover and not getting really fancy with anything. But the only thing you should do is rename it appropriately. So don't forget, if you're doing semesters, I highly recommend that you choose semesters. Even if you're doing this year round and you're doing it as quarters, that you consider that the report cards and transcripts are based on a semester type. So you could do it in quarters, but just do 2 quarters as equals to 1 semester. So if you planned it down here, you could choose a quarter right here. Also for semester end date, let's just choose this. Let's just say that, so we started in May and we're going to end it in September. So we'll do like this. This could be your closing date for the first semester. And then you can start with your second semester doing the same thing. In fact, let's go look that right now. Do you notice here it says lesson orders 21? Because when you're down here, and I'm glad I haven't ended this video yet, you had 20 lessons, right? So what happens is if you wanted to continue on, okay, normally all you would have to do is go into the course itself and just keep adding lessons. So let's just say I did and I finished all my lessons for May and I want to add more lessons. I just go back into the courses for that particular student and add more lessons. So if I do add 10, it keeps going and it ends up going all the way through June 12. Okay, you keep going. But what I want to let you know is that this number changes too. Now there's 31 lessons. Okay, but let's go look at courses, the second semester, what happens for that. So if we go here in this page, let's see. This assignment is in lesson order number 1. Now, you could either keep this as lesson order 1 because you're restarting a new semester with new lessons, and that's a good way to do it because you never know. I think personally, if I'm doing that, it just helps me keep, these were all the lessons for first semester. Or you could change the starting number to like, what was that other one? I think it was like 31, and change this number to be 31. So if you change that to 31, then when you add, let's just add 5 lesson rows. Now we're at 31, 32, so then it keeps going. So you're still in track for all the English 7 courses will all be in sequence, okay? So that's just to let you know that's an option that you want to do. If you want to reset it back, you just go back to lesson 1 and then delete these and start over. And now it's back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. And that's important because when you want to reschedule, lesson order is what we are really depending on. So we can't really, we don't want to make too many, can't change the lesson order. Okay. I'm going to stop this video now and now go into detailed if you wanted to do more details on adding a course.